Pull up that easy chair and sit right down for the best music in your town.
Here on Way Back with Johnny. Now don't turn that dial. The program's about to begin.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer.
Oh, Kris Kringle comes jing, jing, jingling.
Frosty the snowman was alive as he could be.
Christmas time is coming, and I know I'm going home.
This is Lorne Green. The spirit of Christmas does wondrous things to the peoples of the earth. Fighting stops, wars stop, arguments stop, families unite, friends unite, gifts are given, friendships are given, and everyone joins in the spirit of Christmas. Join us as we explore the spirit of Christmas.
We'll have a good old country Christmas, all right.
Good morning, friends and listeners. Way Back with Johnny and the Way Back Country Christmas. This here is your old host with the most country western music and this time of year, Christmas music. As we celebrate the holidays and, of course, that sacred holiday itself, Christmas, here on CFRC 119 FM and also this year, www.oshawarocks.com. So sit back, relax, and enjoy that cup of eggnog or coffee as we pay tribute to Christmas music here at the Woodloch Ranch. Welcome and friends, and Merry Christmas.
We'll open up our presents Christmas Eve about midnight. We'll have a good old country Christmas, all right.
Morning, friends and listeners. Way Back with Johnny. This here is your old host with the most country western music and this time of year, Christmas music. Here at the Way Back. With that mentioned, we would like to welcome y'all into the first celebration to the holiday season of Christmas 2025. I'd also like to share that we're still coming to you via the Woodloch Ranch and Studios in Cornwall, Ontario, where this is recorded weekly. Yes, we can also be heard via our home on the internet at www.oshawarocks.com as well as at our home on the local radio dial at CFRC 119 FM. With that mentioned, I would like to welcome you all to this weekend's program of the Way Back program, and also the first of several shows associated with the festive Christmas season. Over the next few weeks, we will be leading up to the Christmas 2025 celebration. With that mentioned, this weekend is the first of our annual Christmas broadcast, and is of course our 9th annual tribute to Christmas in Canada, which also features all Canadian Christmas songs, either written by Canadians or performed by Canadian artists. I'd also like to share that this first program will be dedicated in loving memory of my late grandmother, Granny Marg, Mama Dawn's mom, who loved this holiday season and truly was a true Canadian country lady. With that mentioned, I grew up on her farm as well as our own farm back home in Lyndhurst. This year marks Granny's 50th anniversary of her passing on December 2nd. With that, I would like to dedicate this to her. I'd also like to open up the program today with none other than a legendary father of Canadian country music, Ralph Carter, and his song called Christmas Time in Canada. Then we'll follow with another all-time classic king of Canadian country music, yes, Don Connors, and his all-time classic called Merry Christmas, Everybody. With that, I'll say good morning to each and every one of you listening in. Welcome in, friends, and welcome to Christmas season 2025.
Why, just pitch in with me and we'll really make it Christmas time in Canada. Amid the glistening snow, a-riding we will go. It's Christmas time in Canada, we want you all to know. Oh, hear sweet voices sing, oh, hear the sleigh bells ring. It's Christmas time in Canada, let's all join in and sing. It's Christmas time in Canada, hear the church bells ring. Oh, gather round a Christmas tree, sweet carols for to sing. Christ was born on Christmas Day, give thanks to God above. For Christmas time in Canada, the land we dearly love. It's Christmas time in Canada, from the shores of Newfoundland, across the snow-capped Rockies to the prairie can be found. A Merry Christmas to you all, make merry while we can. It's Christmas time in Canada, God bless our native land. It's Christmas time in Canada, God bless our native land. Sing it with me. It's Christmas time in Canada, hear the church bells ring. Oh, gather round the Christmas tree, sweet carols for to sing. Christ was born on Christmas Day, give thanks to God above. For Christmas time in Canada, the land we dearly love. It's Christmas time in Canada, from the shores of Newfoundland, across the snow-capped Rockies to the prairie can be found. A Merry Christmas to you all, make merry while we can. It's Christmas time in Canada, God bless our native land. It's Christmas time in Canada, God bless our native land. A Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas, everybody, and a Happy New Year too. May your holidays be merry and every wish come true. May you always be remembered by those so dear to you. Merry Christmas, everybody, and Happy New Year all year through. Merry Christmas, everybody, and Happy New Year all year through. Well, there's old Grandpappy, and he sure looks happy with Granny just a slapping her knees. There's old Aunt Mary with funny Uncle Harry, and they're trying to give the baby a squeeze. There's long-lost cousins, kiddies by the dozens, and they're gonna stay the whole day long. Get together now, friends and neighbors, sing a happy holiday song. Merry Christmas, everybody, and a Happy New Year too. May your holidays be merry and every wish come true. May you always be remembered by those so dear to you. Merry Christmas, everybody, and Happy New Year all year through. Merry Christmas, everybody, and Happy New Year all year through. The turkey's on the table now, and when you're feeling able, you can take another helping if you will. But soon as you eat it, I'm afraid you gotta beat it, 'cause you gotta give the chair to Brother Bill. And hey, Uncle Marty, it's an all-night party, and don't you pour the drinks too strong. Get together now, friends and neighbors, sing a happy holiday song. Merry Christmas, everybody, and a Happy New Year too. May your holidays be merry and every wish come true. May you always be remembered by those so dear to you. Merry Christmas, everybody, and Happy New Year all year through. Merry Christmas, everybody, and Happy New Year all year through.
And yes, friends, following those classic opening songs to the Way Back with Johnny show here on this Way Back Country Christmas 2025, I'd like to send out some special dedications and greetings this morning as we celebrate the first of our many Christmas celebrations here on the program. With that, I would like to send out a song to my beloved Mama Dawn, who, along with her mom, always sang the next song to me as a small child growing up, and that was a Christmas favorite called Silver Bells. And in many ways, this is the official family Christmas song of our family. With that, it will go out to her, sung by Wayne Rostad. Then we'll follow with a song going out to my good friend and stepfather figure, Big Daddy Al. For him today, will be a song by the Moffats, a group which were known back in the 90s, and a song called Earl the Christmas Squirrel. And just a little inside joke between Big Daddy Al and I is that he likes to feed the squirrels on the porch every morning. So with that, we'll send this one out to him. And then we'll follow with a song going out in loving memory of my late soulmate and best friend for many years, Miss Velma LaPointe, who is often referred to as Miss Jenny on our program. In loving memory of Miss Jenny, it will be a song also going out to her brother, Willie LaPointe, the mayor of Verona as we often call him, and a song called Beautiful Star Bethlehem. Now this is a song that my good friend, the late great Ross Clow, gospel singer from Verona, recorded many years ago. With that, we'll say good morning to each and every one of you listening in.
City sidewalks, busy sidewalks, dressed in holiday style. In the air there's a feeling of Christmas. Children are laughing, people passing, meeting smile after smile. and on every street corner you hear silver bells, silver bells. It's Christmas time in the valley. Ring-a-ling, hear them ring. Soon it will be Christmas Day. See the streetlights, even stoplights, blink a bright red and green as the shoppers rush home with their treasures. Hear the snow crunch, see the kids bunch. This is Santa's big scene. And above all the bustle, you'll hear silver bells, silver bells. It's Christmas time in the valley. Hear them ring, 'cause soon it will be Christmas Day.
Chestnuts, hazelnuts, peanuts, and on his wine cruise he goes nuts over coconuts and macadamias too. Long ago, one winter day, Santa was riding on his sleigh, and he saw Earl jumping through the trees. He stopped and watched for a little while. His rosy cheeks took on a smile, and he said, "Earl, would you do that for me?" "Oh yeah." So Earl, the Christmas squirrel, works from dawn till dusk, scurrying all around the world, collecting Christmas nuts. Walnuts, chestnuts, hazelnuts, peanuts, and on his wine cruise he goes nuts over coconuts and macadamias too. So if you see a squirrel up in a tree, you never know, it just might be Earl gathering nuts for Christmas Eve. Now he's a part of Santa's crew, just like the elves and Rudolph too, working all year long for you and me. So Earl, dawn till dusk, scurrying all around the world, collecting Christmas nuts. Walnuts, chestnuts, hazelnuts, peanuts, and on his wine cruise he goes nuts over coconuts and macadamias too. Christmas squirrel works from dawn till dusk, scurrying all around the world, collecting Christmas nuts. Walnuts, chestnuts, hazelnuts, peanuts, and on his wine cruise he goes nuts over coconuts and macadamias too.
Oh, beautiful star of Bethlehem, shining afar through shadows dim, giving a light to those who have gone on, guiding the wise men on their way on to the place where Jesus lay. Beautiful star of Bethlehem, shine on. Oh, beautiful star of Bethlehem, shine upon us until the glory dawn. Give us the lamp to light the way unto the land of a perfect day. Oh, beautiful star of Bethlehem, shine on. Oh, beautiful star, the hope of rest for the redeemed, of the good and the blessed. Yonder in glory when the crown is won, Jesus is now the star divine, brighter and brighter he will shine. Beautiful star of Bethlehem, shine on. Oh, beautiful star of Bethlehem, shine upon us until the glory dawn. Give us the lamp to light the way unto the land of a perfect day. Oh, beautiful star of Bethlehem, shine on, shine on.
Holy night in Bethlehem, they heard the angels sing.
Hi, I'm Carol Baker. You're listening to my good friend Johnny Woodlock on the Way Back Country Christmas, and I want to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas.
To a carpenter, a mother, and a king.
Well, yes, friends, once again, it's that time in the program to pay tribute to the mighty Ottawa Valley, the valley we call the Ottawa, with saluting a number of Christmas-related songs to do with the Ottawa Valley. First, we'll send out a song to my good radio family and friends, Uncle Ray and Aunt Margaret in Eganville, Ontario. For them today will be a classic by the storyteller and Mr. Christmas in the Valley himself, Wayne Rostad, and his all-time classic called, simply, Christmas in the Valley. We'll then follow with a song going out to my good friends Vic and Linda May Garbett of Arnprior, Ontario. Just a reminder that Vic's wonderful program is every Sunday evening from 7 to 10 over CJHR Valley Heritage, out of Renfrew and the old Burnstown Road. For them, it'll be a classic by the true man we all remember as the Ottawa Valley legend, Mr. Ottawa Valley himself, yes, Mac Beattie, and the Turkey's End. Then we'll follow with another timeless classic by Hank Rivers, also forever remembered as Henri Le Riviere, and Santa Rides Tonight. We'll wrap up this set with none other than our old buddy out of Brockville, Ontario there, and it's going to be him and all his Western All-Stars with a live version of Blue Christmas. With that, I'd like to say good morning to each and every one of you listening in, and good day to the Valley listeners.
Sleigh bells ringing in the snow, kissing neath the mistletoe, out in the barn the cattle low. It's Christmas in the valley, and soon beneath the Christmas tree we'll gather with our families, love in perfect harmony. It's Christmas in the valley. Oh, the valley lights will shine so bright, all the world will be so right. When Santa on his magic night comes to his children, there'll be sleigh bells ringing in the snow, and kissing neath the mistletoe, out in the barn the cattle low. It's Christmas in the valley. Candlelight and hearts aglow, the silent dance of falling snow, familiar songs on the radio. That's Christmas in the valley. In every town the church bells ring, in every home a young child dreams, in every heart the spirit sings. It's Christmas in the valley. Oh, the valley lights will shine so bright, all the world will be so right. When Santa on that magic night comes to his children, there'll be sleigh bells ringing in the snow, and kissing neath the mistletoe, out in the barn the cattle low. It's Christmas in the valley. Out in the barn the cattle low. It's Christmas in the valley.
When I was just a little boy and Christmas came our way, we always had a turkey on our table Christmas Day. The family came to dinner for to dine and celebrate, and Pa he carved the turkey up and pass around his plate. Now Pa and Ma had drumsticks, my brothers had the wings, my aunts and uncles had the breast, the white meat and good things. My sister Susie got the neck, and it was plain to see the left there with some dressing was the other end for me. Oh, we're having a Christmas turkey dinner with dressing that melts right in your mouth. We're having a Christmas turkey but I always get the end that's going south. 4 years on every Christmas day, this was my sorry lot. While others got the best of meat, this rear-end thing I got. Now I washed it down with scalding tea, and 'neath my breath I swore, when I grew up I'd never eat that gosh darn thing no more. Oh, we're having a Christmas turkey dinner, with dressing that melts right in your mouth. We're having a Christmas turkey dinner, but I always get the end that's going south. Well, I grew up and met a girl, and wedded we did get. Now we buy our Christmas turkey with our baby bonus check. My wife, she carves the turkey now, and you may well depend. My 13 kids get all the best, and I still get the end. Oh, we're having a Christmas turkey dinner, with dressing that melts right in your mouth. We're having a Christmas turkey dinner, but I always get the end that's going south. Yes, I always get the end that's going south.
Now way up north in an icy land lives a man with a snowy beard. Like Buffalo Bill, he rides the range, and perhaps of him you've heard. He makes toys for little girls and boys if they'll only do what's right. So whatever you did, you're a lucky kid, 'cause Santa Claus rides tonight. With a ho, ho, ho and a ha, 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 across the fields he comes. For the little girls there's dolls with curls, and the boys there's nice red drums. He's very kind, he leaves behind little toys that'll bring delight. So whatever you did, you're a lucky kid, 'cause Santa Claus rides tonight. Now Santa Claus, he's sometimes cold as he rides on that icy range. Every year it's been the same, there's never been a change. Now if you've been good like I know you should, and trying to do what's right, then under your tree pretty toys you'll see, 'cause Santa Claus rides tonight. With a ho, ho, ho and a ha, 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 across the fields he comes. For the little girls there's dolls with curls, and the boys there's nice red drums. He's very kind, he leaves behind little toys that'll bring delight. So whatever you did, you're a lucky kid, 'cause Santa Claus rides tonight. 'Cause Santa Claus rides tonight.
I'll have a blue Christmas without you. I'll be so blue thinking about you. Decorations of red on a green Christmas tree won't mean a thing if you're not here with me. I'll have a blue Christmas, that's certain. And when those blue heartaches start hurting, you'll be doing all right with your Christmas of white. But I'll have a blue Christmas. Ah, Billy Bird. blue Christmas, that's certain. And when those blue heartaches start hurting, you'll be doing all right with your Christmas of white. But I'll have a blue Christmas.
Sleigh bells ringing in the snow.
Hi, everybody. This is Wayne Rostad, and you're listening to the Way Back Country Christmas with my good friend Johnny Woodlock on CFRC 101.9 FM.
It's Christmas in the valley.
Now, friends, following those Ottawa Valley legends, we're once again back here on the Way Back with Johnny show here on CFRC and www.oshawarocks.com. It is once again that time in the week to welcome our very special guest of honor to our program. With that mentioned, I would like to welcome a longtime friend of mine to our program today. In time for Christmas in Canada 2025, this next guest has truly become a champion fiddler in Canada as well as world renowned, and is loved by many of his fans. Please welcome Mr. Scott Woods to our show today. Following this first half of a two-part interview, we will hear an all-time classic by him that he recorded many years ago called In Search of Christmas Day, that has great meaning and a deep impact on all that hear it. With that, here now is my good friend Scott Woods from Fergus, Ontario.
Hi, Johnny. Thanks for having me.
Well, Merry Christmas, Scott. How's it going in Fergus these days?
It's going just great. We're so excited about our big Christmas Hoedown show starting. We've got 47 shows across Canada in 51 days in 5 provinces.
Oh, wow.
And it is a busy, busy time, but we're spreading the Christmas joy as best we can.
That's right, just like old Santa Claus would.
That's right. We try and keep it country style and get the folks tapping their toes and singing those Christmas songs.
Exactly. So let's go back to when and how you first got introduced to the music world. I know you're from a musical family.
That's right. So music goes back on both my parents' families, 5 or 6 generations on my mom's side for sure. My great-grandfather was one of the fiddlers in the top contenders at the Shelburne Fiddle Contest in the first 2 or 3 years that it ran, around 1951, 52. And my mom was actually playing the piano to accompany him.
Yes.
And he was 2 or 3 generations in of old-time fiddle players in that family. And my dad played fiddle too. My grandfather played, and so Dad studied classical violin. And when Dad was about 12 years old, he formed an old-time dance orchestra. I think by 1956, my mom joined as the piano player in my dad's band.
I see, yes.
Mom's family moved to Fergus, where Dad lived, of course, and that's how my dad got to know her grandfather, my great-grandfather, because he was such a well-known fiddler in the area. And they had house parties, and they would trade tunes and learn tunes from each other and jam and play music. And my dad saw this young teenage girl playing the piano for her grandfather, and he asked my grandmother then if she would be allowed to come and play the piano for his dance band. And I think the first show that they played together was a fundraiser at the high school in Fergus, and it was an old-time dance. And I think my mom, I don't know how old she was, 16 or 17 or something, but I guess they kind of hit it off. And then 4 years later, when she was 20, they got married. And as the 4 of us kids came along, then of course we all studied classical violin and piano to be just like Mom and Dad. But Dad would teach us fiddle tunes. This was the real key to keeping us interested. You know, when you're 4 years old and you're starting violin, I remember, you learn technique and just playing open strings and scales and studies and exercises and bowing exercises. It's kind of boring.
Yes.
So as a reward for practicing that technique, which Dad knew was so important to be able to play well, he would teach us fiddle tunes, jigs and reels in the style of Don Messer.
Oh, okay. That's where it came from then.
And that was our real motivation to keep practicing and playing, because I'm the youngest, so the rest of the family are already out playing for shows and dances and all kinds of different venues across the Ontario and the northern United States, and so I wanted to go too.
Okay, yes, yes.
So that was my motivation. I remember one time they were practicing down in the basement because that's where the piano was, and I wasn't involved in whatever show that they were rehearsing for, but I was upstairs and I was playing along with every tune that they played. played, and I didn't realize, but they had stopped, and I kept playing, and they heard me upstairs.
Yes, yes.
So they came up and they said, well, if you know all these tunes already, I guess you might as well come with us and play. And that's how I got in. And by the time I was 8, I was full-time playing with the band, either on fiddle, or I also played drums a fair bit in the early days.
Oh, did you? Okay, I see.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. And of course, my dad played the saxophone, so we did a lot of big band music, swing music, and when we were playing for dances. And so I would play drums for some of that stuff, and then we'd maybe do a country song or a fiddle tune or have a square dance, and then I'd come up front and play fiddle, and either my brother would play drums, or we had a trombone player that could play the drums as well. So it was just a whole lot of fun. We were so blessed to have parents who exposed us to many different musical genres.
For sure.
And all kinds of different, every kind of venue and event that you can imagine, banquets and dinners. And I started telling jokes, fronting my own show, just the two of us, my mom and I, for after dinner entertainment, for half an hour or something after an awards banquet for some association or a fundraising dinner or something. And it really put me on the spot to be able to entertain people.
And you are an entertainer's entertainer. Like you really bring back the Don Messer era, or the Charlie Chamberlain and all this, if I may say. You're not just a musician like a lot of them, but you also tell jokes and you do the different styles. And
yeah, it's funny because in real life I'm really quite shy.
Are you? Yes.
But I get in front of an audience, and I have a microphone and my fiddle in my hand, and I'm just the most comfortable I've ever, anytime in life. That's where I'm most comfortable. And if I can get the folks laughing, some of those early shows we played, most of those people didn't know Don Messer. They didn't know fiddle music. They didn't know country music. They had no idea who this kid was up there playing his fiddle with his mom playing the piano. And so I would tell them a couple of jokes, and I would get them laughing, and then I would play something, and they would go, wow, that's pretty cool.
And it'd break the ice.
Exactly. Yeah. And so I learned right away that had to be where my focus was, is to entertain, not just to play. I've had many people in my life in the industry who've told me that, they weren't interested in hiring the best player. They were hiring the best entertainer.
Exactly.
So
this is what
been my philosophy all along.
That's right. And that's what we love about you, Scott, for sure. Yes.
Thank you.
Also, we were mentioning about the Christmas season. You have a wonderful multi-city tour coming up. Where will you be performing, or where will you be appearing?
Well, I'll tell you, we start in Markdale, Ontario, and then we go up through Manitoulin Island and across to the west through Sault Ste. Marie and Thunder Bay and Dryden and into Manitoba. We've got a few stops in Manitoba and then several in Saskatchewan, all the way through Alberta, up as far north as Grand Prairie, Alberta.
Oh, nice, yeah.
North of Edmonton. Yeah. And we circle back down through the southern part, Fort Macleod, Lethbridge area, and back up to Medicine Hat and across, heading east on the Trans-Canada through Regina and back through Manitoba again, southern Manitoba, Killarney, and then Fort Francis, Ontario, down right along the border, and back through Bruce Mines, and we kind of hopscotch some of the places that we went through on our way west, coming back, and then we swing down through North Bay and Aurelia and Lindsay, and then we're in Kempsville in the afternoon on a Sunday afternoon show, and then we go into Quebec and Quebec to Canada.
Wow.
And I'm just going off the top of my head.
Yes,
I don't have a list in front of me. And then we head to Belleville and Milton and Beamsville and Stratford through southwestern Ontario. And our last show is actually in our home church in Fergus at St. Andrew's Presbyterian Church. And I say church because most of our shows across the country are fundraisers for community organizations, service clubs, churches, charities. And so we do a proceed split with the organization hosting us, and they raise funds for whatever their cause may be. It could be a mission trip, or there could be, doing something in some other country and helping people locally with food banks. And we're just happy. It's a win-win for us to travel and play the music that we love and meet so many
in a way you're
people.
Giving back as well. So yeah.
And we're giving back to the community as well. It's just a wonderful way.
So when is your last performance for the Christmas season in Fergus?
It's on December 21st. So we play almost every day between November 1st until December 21st. I think there's 3 travel days through northern Ontario, 1 going west and then 2 coming back east. And we have 1 actual day off on the 10th of December it was scheduled to be a program day, and something fell through with the venue in Quebec that we were going to be in.
I see.
So I didn't chase another one. I just said, let's actually just sleep in that day.
Exactly. Have a little bit of downtime and then go out again. Exactly.
Yes. Well, to be honest, we travel in a big bus, and when we get on the road, I do all the driving of the bus.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm the only one that's licensed to drive. But the band, they can sleep. Like, they can be in their beds at 11 o'clock at night when we load out after an evening show.
Yeah.
And they can sleep in till noon if they want. It doesn't really matter to them. They eat their own food. We buy our own groceries and cook and eat in the bus generally. We do a lot of exercises. A lot of the guys go out for a walk after the show, after we park for the evening, or after sound check. So they're in good shape mentally and physically, and there's really no reason to need a day off. I'm the one that gets the most exhausted sometimes because I have to be up and driving, and try and plan our shows that they're 2 or 3 hours apart so we don't have a huge long drive every day. But where it gets tough is when you get into weather.
Yes,
if you
exactly.
have a lot of snow and ice and bad weather, and it's what should take 3 hours now takes 7 hours, and the roads are nasty.
Shutdowns or whatever. Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah. So a day off once in a while is okay, but we really don't need too many. Once you're out on the road, you'd rather play than sit in the bus.
Then sit in the bus and do nothing. Exactly.
Exactly.
Yes,
yeah.
Sure. Now you also tour with your dog, which I'm very excited about hearing. Yes.
My dog Sandy is almost 8 years old.
Yes.
She is a border collie yellow lab, and it's just been her and I since I got her 8 years ago, and she is my baby. I'll tell you, she goes everywhere with me. If I just jump in the truck to go to get a coffee in the morning, she has to come with me for the ride.
Exactly.
And during COVID, of course, I actually drove big truck. We weren't allowed to tour and play music, so I went out on the big roads, running stateside with a big truck, and I generally went. It was all U.S., so I either went to Texas or to Florida or South Carolina,
the long haul,
Alabama.
Exactly.
Long haul. We were gone for 6 or 7 days at a time, generally, and sometimes longer than that. Sometimes we'd be out for 3 weeks at a time before I'd be home. And the dog went with me, so she is now 8 years old. She's been in 40 U.S. states at least, kind of lost track, and 9 Canadian provinces, and she is just the best traveler. She snuggles up on the bed. She sleeps with her head on my pillow most nights.
Yes.
At least most of the time. I hope it's her head, anyways.
I hear you.
Anybody that has a dog knows exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah. And she's just the greatest companion. She loves to play ball.
Yes.
The border collie in her, she's a little dominant and a little bit bossy, but she'll bring the ball and she'll keep bringing it to you until you throw it. Even going down the road, she'll get Steve Petico to throw the ball down the aisle, looking on his phone or something, and she drops the ball in his lap and he throws it just to get rid of it, and then she thinks he's playing, so then she'll bring it back, and then the game has started and he's stuck doing that for hours.
So tell us about a song you recorded, In Search of Christmas Day.
Yes. So In Search of Christmas Day was a poem written by a friend of mine who lives near us. She's from Drayton, Ontario. And many years ago, she wrote this poem. And it's kind of based on the style of 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. Yeah. But it's from Jesus' perspective.
Exactly.
So he is looking in the windows of everybody's celebrating Christmas and happy and smiles and fun, and they've got gifts and snowmen and Santa Claus and Christmas trees and all of the commercial things that represent Christmas. And he's sad because he's thinking, well, this isn't really what Christmas is all about. And it's a very unique
and very meaningful,
story.
Very deep.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And we've done it on our show many times. We did it the last time we did a Christmas show 2 years ago.
Yes, you did.
And it's one of my favorite stories, and we keep circling back to it every couple of years. We go back and use that again. It's just a really touching, heartfelt story.
And in the modern era that we live in today, we need a story like that to really bring out what Christmas is about.
Exactly. And we talk about Christmas. Our show is a Christmas show. We make no bones about it. It's not holiday. It's not anything. This is a Christmas show, and we celebrate Christmas. And if anybody doesn't like that, they usually aren't going to be at our show anyways.
That's true. I agree. Yes, for sure. Like, I've always been commented that about the gospel I play, or the Christmas, saying the word Christmas, that I'm one of the only disc jockeys that actually say it anymore. So I know what you mean, Scott. Yes.
Well, you're commended to do that, because that's what we're celebrating, and that's what the holidays are for. Exactly. And there's Santa and Frosty and all that stuff, and it's fine to have some fun and a laugh, but we have to remember the true meaning of the season.
Amen.
was Christmas Eve, and all through town the lights winked red and green. Snow was softly falling down where naked worlds had been. Last-minute shoppers rushed on home, discarding final lists, while others packed to leave their house to see dear folks they'd missed. Then, as I gazed on up the street, I spied a form alone. He wandered as if searching for something a long time gone. He paused to view the festive scenes in windows twinkling bright, where Merry Xmas signs were strung in honor of this night. Then up the silent street he trod, his steps were sad and slow, unlike the rush these walks had known a few short hours ago. Past Santa's smiling face he walked, past a twinkling Christmas tree, up to a window brightly lit, where he could stand and see. Inside, each person rushed about, dreaming of Christmas Day, dressing up the turkey and tucking last gifts away. Dreaming of feasts, laughter, and gifts, tables overflowing with food, trees laden down with presents for all. Oh, what a holiday mood. Stockings were hung at the fireplace, everything was complete. The table was set with cookies and milk for Santa's special treat. While folks all sang some Christmas songs and talked of Christmas cheer, the stranger outside the window turned away and wiped a tear. "'Tis true," he cried, "'tis awful truth, I see it all too well. The reason why they choose to cross out that first syllable. 'Tis Merry Xmas, that's for sure. The baby and Bethlehem's star are but part of a tradition from the past so faint and far. They forget that Christ is what this day is really all about, that the true meaning is all gone if they choose to cross it out. They forget it is Christ, not Santa, who represents Christmas Day, and in truth it is Merry Xmas if they choose to put him away." He wiped his tears and whispered, "I'm sorry, but I can't stay here. I simply do not feel at home amidst this festive cheer." I watched him turn with broken heart and slowly walk away. 'Twas then I saw that man was Christ in search of Christmas Day.
And hear my radio come to life with music from my favorite bluegrass show. Now look at me, baby, I'm on the way gone. Can you hear the lonesome dove?
Howdy friends and listeners, this here's your old host with the most. I'd like to tell you all about the 2026 Gallup Canal Bluegrass Festival. Coming up the summer of 2026, happening from June 17th to the 20th, where you can see some of the greatest bluegrass legends of today, such as Jackson Hollow, High River, and of course, our headliner, Junior Sisk. The full weekend pass only costs $120 in advance, that's until June 1st of 2026. However, there will also be day passes available at the gate, so get yours today by visiting gallupcanalbluegrass.ca or by contacting Barb at 613-543-3114. See y'all there, friends.
Where we vow to love each other. Heavenly angel, I'm where I belong, right here in your arms. The path I choose, I'm hooked on bluegrass music. It's the only drug I use.
And yes, I do hope y'all enjoyed that first part of a two-part interview with our good friend Scott Woods of great fiddle fame. With that mentioned, we're once again back here on the Way Back program, and I would like to turn back the clocks to the early days of Canadian country Christmas music and pay tribute to a vinyl blast from Vinyl Past as we open the vinyl vault door this morning. Now that Vinyl Vault door is wide open, I'd like to pay tribute to a vinyl record I've got in the collection here, and I've had for many years. Was released on the Arc label out of Canada. With that mentioned, there's a song on here that I really truly enjoy called Old Fashioned Christmas. With that, it's going to be recorded and sung today by none other than Artie McLaren from down east, and I do hope y'all enjoy an old fashioned Christmas. Here it is, friends.
I can see the holly in the window, decorations on the Christmas tree, stockings all hung by the fireplace, hung there with tenderness and glee. Soon old Santa will be coming. There'll be lots of presents beneath the tree. Back home for this old-fashioned Christmas, the whole family will make it complete. You know, this time of year rather affected me, when the snow covers the mountains, the valleys, and the trees. Brings back fond memories of days of old, when I'd spend an old-fashioned Christmas with all of the folks back at home. There was my sister, my brothers, Willie and Roy, all so happy, their hearts so full of joy. So let me say to you, whether you be at home, far away, I hope you have an old-fashioned Christmas and a happy New Year's Day. Soon old Santa will be coming. There'll be lots of presents beneath the tree. Back home for this old-fashioned Christmas, the whole family will make it complete.
Well, yes, friends, once again, we have reached the end of the first hour here at the Way Back Country Christmas for 2025. With that mentioned, I would like to send us into the second hour here this morning with none other than two classic gospel-inspired songs. First, it's going to be by Hank Snow, the Singing Ranger, and an all-time classic Christmas favorite of his called God Is My Santa Claus. Then we'll follow with the Queen of Country Music in Canada, and also who I call our First Lady of Country Music, Miss Carol Baker, and a carpenter, a mother, and a king. With that, I hope to talk to you on the other side of the 9 o'clock hour here this morning, and I'd just like to say good morning to each and every one of you listening in. Welcome in, friends.
In a classroom at the grade school, just before the holidays, the boys and girls were writing notes to Santa far away, except the lad who sat alone, his paper put away. And when his teacher asked him why, so softly he did say, for God is my Santa Claus each and every day. I don't write him letters, ma'am, I just kneel and pray. Don't you know his greatest gift, salvation is I found God to be my Santa Claus each day the whole year And the teacher stood in silence after what the child had said. He really knew real Christmas Day, and not from books he'd read. He truly met real Santa Claus. He said in just one word, God gave us Christ for Christmas Day. My Santa Claus is God. God is my Santa Claus, each and every day. I don't write him letters now, I just kneel and pray. Do you know his greatest gift? Salvation is I found God to be my Santa Claus each day the whole year round.
One holy night in Bethlehem, they heard the angels sing. A carpenter, a mother, and a king. And in the lowly stable, a mother held her child. A gift of love was all she had to bring. The angels were singing a holy lullaby to a carpenter, a mother, and a king. Glory to God in the highest. Peace on earth, goodwill to men. One holy night in Bethlehem, they heard the angels sing to a carpenter, a mother, and a king. They say the wise men gathered, bringing presents as they came. They wondered what a carpenter could bring. That it was a lowly carpenter who gave the child his name. When they looked around, they heard the angels sing. Glory to God in the highest. Peace on earth, goodwill to men. One holy night in Bethlehem, they heard the angels sing to a carpenter, a mother, and a king. A carpenter, a mother, and a king.
Halt! Who goes there?
Who, me? I'm Johnny Woodlock.
I'm the official sentry of the island of misfit toys. My name is Charlie. Who, may I ask, are you?
Well, I'm your old host with the most, country western music, and this time of year, Christmas music. Right here on the Way Back Country Christmas, airing every Sunday morning from 8 to 11 over historic CFRC 119 FM. Stay tuned here, friends, for the best in country Christmas music.
That's okay.
Yes, friends, following those classic gospel-inspired Christmas songs, we're once again back here on The Way Back with Johnny and The Way Back Country Christmas. With that mentioned, we are sitting on the other side of the second hour here this morning of our program. And I would also like to share that we are still coming to you via the Woodlock Ranch and Studios located in Cornwall, Ontario, where this is recorded weekly. We can also be heard over historic CFRC 119 FM in the limestone city of Kingston, Ontario, Canada. We can also be found throughout the Greater Toronto Area and Durham counties through www.oshawarocks.com, as well as YouTube and all points in between. With that mentioned, I would like to pause right now as we are in the middle of our funding drive 2025 for CFRC 1019 FM. You can find out more through visiting the station website at www.cfrc.ca. And remember, friends, every donation counts in keeping the music and legacy of this station alive, going on now 103 years. Well, with that, I would like to welcome you all to the second hour this morning and salute a first double feature this morning of none other than our beloved king of Canadian country music, who has always been the man of the land and one true proud Canadian. That, of course, is Stompin' Tom Connors. So in honor of Tom, and in time for Christmas in Canada 2025, I'd like to remember the legendary Stompin' Tom Connors here this morning with a double feature. These two songs will also go out to my good friends John and Kathy in Guelph, Ontario, who lead up the Stompin' Tom Facebook fan club. So for them, it's going to be a classic rarity of Tom's called Mr. Snowflake. The version I'll be playing here is the original 1964 CKBG single and will be dedicated to them. Then we'll follow with a song called Christmas Angel off his regular Christmas album. With that, I would like to say good morning to each and every one of you listening in, and also Merry Christmas in Canada.
I went strolling one bright morning in December. 'Twas the first time this year we saw the snow. I stopped to watch a little boy catch snowflakes, and to one great big snowdrop he whispered low, "Please, Mr. Snowflake, tell your friends to stay for Christmas, because no one wants to see them melt away. Please, Mr. Snowflake, tell your friends to stay for Christmas. They will brighten up the world on Christmas Day. On your soft white snowy blanket we go sliding, me and all the kids on our street, and even dear old Santa Claus is happy, 'cause snow don't hurt his tiny reindeer's feet. So please, Mr. Snowflake, tell your friends to stay for Christmas, because no one wants to see them melt away. Please, Mr. Snowflake, tell your friends to stay for Christmas. They will brighten up the world on Christmas Day. I've been hearing all big people sing of Christmas, and they hope that every Christmas will be white. So all your friends are welcome, Mr. Snowflake, and please don't let them melt away tonight. Please, Mr. Snowflake, tell your friends to stay for Christmas, because no one wants to see them melt away. Please, Mr. Snowflake, tell your friends to stay for Christmas. They will brighten up the world on Christmas Day. I I get you on my mind every year at Christmas time as I trim every bough, branch, and limb. But I don't want to see an angel on the tree till you're back in my arms once again. Christmas angel, I have named you since the day we first trimmed the Christmas tree. And I called it my love, and I placed up above a little angel where I wanted you to be. And I get you on my mind every year at Christmas time as I trim every bough, branch, and limb. But I don't want to see an angel on the tree till you're back in my arms once again. Christmas angel, I have named you for the Christmas tree I'm holding in my heart. And I'm leaving a spot for your love on the top, Christmas angel, even though we're far apart. I get you on my mind every year at Christmas time as I trim every bough, branch, and limb. But I don't want to see an angel on the tree till you're back in my arms once again. I get you on my mind every year at Christmas time as I trim every bough, branch, and limb. But I don't want to see an angel on the tree till you're back in my arms once again. Till you're back in my arms once again.
Well, yes, friends, following those classic opening songs to the second hour of the Way Back with Johnny show, this here is your old host with the most, country western music, and this time of year, Christmas music. Now, keeping with the tradition of Canadian country Christmas, and our salute to the Canadian music, I'd like to salute a collection of great Christmas favorites as selected by my furry companion and true mascot, Simbush the Wonder Husky. As I welcome Simbush to our program today, I would like to salute a collection of songs by Scott Wood's band, which we are saluting today as well. With that mention, I would like to share a collection of Christmas songs that have appeared on Scott's Christmas albums over the years. First, we'll begin with a song taken off the latest album called Christmas Hoedown. Then we'll follow with Ian Falker and his version of Will Santa Come to Shantytown. Then we'll hear from another all-time favorite, this time by Ian Falker once again, and Mr. Santa, which is a take on the old classic Mr. Sandman. And if there's enough time, which I don't see why there wouldn't be, we'll hear from our good friend Naomi Bristol, and it'll be her song called Santa's Yodeling Song. With that, I would like to say thank you to our beloved companion Simbush for her selection of songs today, and also welcome in, friends.
Brothers and sisters, hear the lowdown. When it comes time to have a showdown, there's nothing like a good old Christmas hoedown to chase your blues away. When Lady Luck gives you the throwdown and old man Worry starts to mow down, there's nothing like a good old Christmas hoedown to brighten up your day. Grab your partner, swing around and circle on your heel. 1, 2, 3, 4, grease your knees for a real Virginia reel. Get ready now to put your heel and toe down. And once you get started, don't you slow down. There's nothing like a good old Christmas hoedown to chase your blues away. Partner, swing around and circle on your heel. 1, 2, 3, 4, grease your knees for a real Virginia reel. Get ready now to put your heel and toe down. And once you get started, don't you slow down. There's nothing like a good old Christmas hoedown to chase your blues away. Here we go now.
Won't Santa come to shanty town to a poor little boy like me? Will he bring me some toys like the other girls and boys? Won't Santa come to shanty town if he sees our Christmas tree? Mommy said he would if I promised to be good. For we don't have a fireplace or a chimney on our shack like the other lucky children have who live across the track. Now if I say my prayers each night when Christmas rolls around, won't Santa come to shanty town? Stop last Christmas, don't you know that we live here? Will Mommy have to make my toys the way she did last year? Now if I say my prayers each night when Christmas rolls around, won't Santa come to shanty town? Won't Santa come to shanty town? Mr. Santa, bring me some toys. Bring Merry Christmas to all girls and boys. And every night I'll go to sleep singing and dream about the presents you'll be bringing. Santa, promise me please, give every reindeer a hug and a squeeze. I'll be good as good can be. Mr. Santa, don't forget me. Mr. Santa, dear old Saint Nick, be awful careful and please don't get sick. Put on your coat when breezes are blowing, and when you cross the street, look where you're going. Santa, we've been so good. We washed the dishes and done what we should. Now we've put you on the spot. Mr. Santa, bring us, please, 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 Mr. Santa, bring us a ride.
Tree lights glowing, snow was blowing, we were all snuggled down. Everyone was waiting, anticipating Santa Claus coming to town. Well, out of the night came a sound not right, surely it couldn't be. I didn't hear a ho ho ho, heard a go ho da do tee. Go ho da do ho da do tee. Santa was yodeling, Dasher and Dancer and all his reindeer were doing the Santa Claus swing. While bells were jingling, snowflakes fell, everyone was dreaming sweet dreams. I heard Santa yodeling. I heard Santa yodeling. He put toys for girls and boys under the Christmas tree. Santa was rocking, filling stockings, going yo-da-do-dee. Maybe I was sleeping, could have been a dream. There's no way to know if it was Santa and his dancing reindeer that night so long ago. It really doesn't matter, 'cause I'll never forget the way it thrilled me so to hear old Santa going yo-ho-dee instead of a ho-ho-ho. Yo-ho-da-dee, yo-da-dee, Santa was rocking that night. Yo-ho-da-dee, yo-da-dee, it sure was a beautiful sight to watch old Santa and his reindeer swing while bells were jingling and along. Yo-ho-da-dee, yo-da-dee, to the Santa Claus yodeling song. Yo-ho-da-dee, yo-da-dee, to the Santa Claus yodeling song. Yo-ho-da-dee, yo-da-dee, yo-da-dee. He put toys for girls and boys under the Christmas tree. Yo-ho-da-dee, yo-da-dee, yo-da-dee. Santa was rocking, filling stockings, going yo-ho-da-dee. Santa was rocking, filling stockings, going yo-ho-da-dee. Santa climbed into his sleigh, and as he quickly flew away, he went ho ho ho, I need a
I hear the sound coming round the bend. the Christmas train's a-comin'.
Hello friends, it's Peter Trenum, host of The Gospel Trail, heard over Tantramar Community Radio, CFTA 107.9 out of Amherst, Nova Scotia. And I'd like to wish my friend Johnny Woodlock and all his radio listeners a Merry Christmas here on the Wayback Country Christmas Show and a happy and healthy New Year.
Don't you wait till it is too late. This Christmas train's gonna seal your fate. The Christmas train's a-comin'.
Well, yes, friends, following Simbush's top favorites there this morning, we are once again back here on the Way Back with Johnny show and the Way Back Country Christmas as we celebrate Canada and Christmas in Canada. I also like to share that we have been paying tribute to all Canadian country music today and Christmas music as well. But right now I would like to keep with the tradition of our program and celebrate the segment I like to call The Great Canadian Northern Gems by Even Greater Canadian Northern Legends. With that shared, I would like to also make mention that these all off of the original vinyl records that they appeared on back in the golden age of vinyl, and also are, yes, all Canadian gems. With that, let's pay tribute to a song by none other than my good friend from Nova Scotia, Joyce Simone, and her all-time classic called Dear Old Santa. We'll then follow with a rather rare song that was recorded by Manitoba legend Stu Clayton, often referred to as the singing yodeler or the yodeling farmer, and it'll be his all-time classic Christmas song called When Christmas Eve Comes Around. We'll follow up with another all-time classic Canadian gem, this time by Honey West from Western Ontario, and her all-time classic called Jolly Old St. Nicholas. With that, I would like to say good morning to each and every one of you listening in on this great channel. Welcome in, friends, and yes, Merry Canadian Country Christmas.
Dear old Santa, bring to me something for me to love. A puppy dog, a teddy bear that I can hug and hug. I will be a real good friend if you promise me. When I wake on Christmas morn, happy I will be. With a doggy that will pet me, a teddy bear that I can squeeze, I will love them, can't you see? Dear old Santa, bring them to me. But just by chance when you arrive, you've something else for me. Leave it, dear old Santa, I'll be happy as can be. So if you leave a puppy dog, I'll love him all my life. I'll take him out to play with me and bring him home at night. And if you leave a teddy bear, I'll love him just the same. So please, dear old Santa, I ask you once again, bring me a doggy that will cuddle to me, a teddy bear that I can squeeze. I will love them, can't you see? Dear old Santa, bring them to me. But just by chance when you arrive, you've something else for me. Leave it, dear old Santa, I'll be happy as can be. Leave it, dear old Santa, I'll be happy as can be.
Way up north in his little workshop, somebody's busy today, making up toys for girls and boys, for Christmas is on its way. He's dressed in red from his toes to his head, and his beard is as white as snow. I know I don't need to tell you his name, 'cause everybody knows. He's happy and gay as he works away, and you never see him frown. He'll load up his sleigh and be on his way when Christmas Eve comes round.
the trip. They'll carry him safely through the night, and he never needs a whip. Donner and Blitzen, Comet and Cupid, all of the others too. They'll be as happy as can be, 'cause they're bringing joy to you. He's happy and gay as he works away, and you never see him frown. He'll load up his sleigh and be on his way when Christmas Eve comes round. He's happy and gay as he works away, and you never see him frown. He'll load up his sleigh and be on his way when Christmas Eve comes around.
Jolly old St. Nicholas, lean your ear this way. Don't you tell a single soul what I'm going to say. Christmas Eve is coming soon, now you dear old man. Whisper what you'll bring to me, tell me if you can. When the clock is striking 12, when I'm fast asleep, down the chimney broad and black, with your path you'll creep. All the stockings you will find hanging in a row. Mine will be the shortest one, you'll be sure to know. When the clock is striking 12, when I'm fast asleep, down the chimney broad and black, with your pack you'll creep. All the stockings you will find hanging in a row. Mine will be the shortest one, you'll be sure to know.
You better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus.
Hey Johnny, Santa Claus here wishes your many listeners at the Way Back with Johnny a very Merry Christmas. Keep playing that great country music, and I'll be seeing you very soon.
Santa Claus is coming, Santa Claus is coming to town.
Well, yes, friends, once again, I would like to welcome a very special guest of honor onto our program. None other than our shortest team member of our morning show. That, of course, is Gunny, our beloved dash hound. As we welcome Gunny to our program this morning and see what she has to share with us all this weekend, I'd like to welcome her today. First, we have an all-time classic collection of songs by none other than the Scott Woods Band. And first, there'll be a classic called Feliz Navidad. Then we'll follow with another all-time classic called Mele Kalikimaka, which I hope I didn't just butcher that song, but you know it as a great Christmas Hawaiian song, sung by Leo Stock, who we call Spaghetti Legs, part of the Scott Woods Band, and his all-time classic called Mele Kalikimaka. And then we'll follow that with an all-time classic by Scott's sister, Elaine, and her all-time classic called The Gift, which y'all may remember me playing by none other than the voice of the Ottawa Valley, Ted Daigle. Before with that, here's Gunny's top favorites this morning, and welcome in, friends. And also thank you, Gunny, for your contribution to today's program. Merry Christmas, little girl.
Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, prospero año y felicidad. Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, prospero año y felicidad. I
Melikilimaka is a thing to say on a bright Hawaiian Christmas day. That's the island greeting that we send to you from the land where palm trees sway. Here we know that Christmas will be green and bright, the sun to shine by day and all the stars at night. Melikilimaka is Hawaii's way to say Merry Christmas to you. Melikilimaka is a thing to say on a bright Hawaiian Christmas day. That's the island greeting that we send to you from the land where palm trees sway. Here we know that Christmas will be green and bright, the sun to shine by day and all the stars at night. Melikilimaka is a wise way to say Merry Christmas, a Merry, Merry Christmas, a very Merry, Merry Christmas to you.
A poor orphan girl named Maria was walking to market one day. She stopped to rest by the roadside, where a bird with a broken wing lay. A few moments passed till she saw it, for its feathers were covered with sand. But soon cleaned and wrapped it was traveling in the warmth of Maria's small hand. She happily gave her last peso on a cage made of rushes and twine. She fed it loose corn from the market and watched it grow stronger with time. Now the Christmas Eve service was coming, and the church shone with tinsel and light, and all of the town folks brought presents to lay by the manger that night. There were diamonds and incense and perfumes in packages fit for a king. But for one ragged bird in a small cage, Maria had nothing to bring. She waited till just before midnight so that no one would see her go in. And crying she knelt by the manger, for her gift was unworthy of him. Then a voice spoke to her through the darkness, Maria, what brings you to me? If the bird in the cage is your offering, then open the door, let me see. Though she trembled, she did as he asked her, and out of the cage the bird flew, soaring up into the rafters on a wing that had healed good as new. Just then the midnight bells rang out, and the little bird started to sing a song that no words could recapture, but whose beauty was fit for a king. Now Maria felt blessed just to listen to the cascade of notes sweet and low, as her offering was lifted to heaven by the very first nightingale song.
You gotta keep those cards and letters coming in.
Johnny.
Howdy, friends and listeners. This here is your old host with most country western music and bluegrass music, Johnny Woodlock. And I'd like to invite y'all, my listeners, to write yours truly, Johnny Woodlock, as well as Sim Bush and also Little Gunny, here at the Woodlock Ranch and Studios. Have you ever had a thought or a message for us about this program you hear weekly? If so, we would love to hear from you. So write to us at our email address at waybackwoodlock@gmail.com, and we'll be sure to write you back. In the meantime, back to the show, friends, and happy listening.
So keep those cards and letters coming in.
Now, friends, I do hope y'all enjoyed that collection of songs off the new album by Scott Woods and his band, and with that mentioned, we're once again back here. It is now that time in the program to pay tribute to a song that my good friend Big Al Trainer of Oshawa, Ontario, released. I think it was 2023 that he recorded this, and I would like to dedicate it to him and all his friends out there in Durham County. With that mentioned, it's going to be a song that Big Al Trainer brought out back then called Santa Cried. Now, I understand, if I'm not mistaken, that he rewrote this song to better suit his style. With that mentioned, it is also a Christmas favorite among our listeners, and it is a tearjerker in many ways as well. With that mentioned, you may need a tissue, because this one is a sad little song. With that, this one goes out to our good friend Big Al Trainer in Durham County. Welcome in, friends, and
Billy and his dad lived by the old stockyard buildings on Chicago's south side. In their part of the city, most days were dark and gloomy. Most folks there hid their pride. Little Billy wasn't looking forward to Christmas Day. Certainly not in the usual young child's way. Billy was a bright young lad, and he just turned 8. He struggled to survive, trying hard not to hate. Billy and his dad lived in a small house, just the two of them alone. They got by, but what they needed most was a woman's touch to really be a home. Last winter, his dad's car hit a patch of ice. Billy's dad lost control and hit a tree. His dad was okay, but Billy's mom went to heaven. Billy and his dad shared their loneliness and grief. Billy tried hard to be Dad's helper, but deep inside, the pain made him sad. And with no mom at home, they both felt bad. Billy settled in the bed that Christmas Eve night and said his prayers. Lord, please ask Santa to bring a book this year. I'm really reading good. Stories of Jesus would be fine with me. Then Billy fell asleep as fast as he could. Billy's dad came home late that Christmas Eve night. Shopping for Billy's gift, he found one that he liked. Recalling when his family numbered 3, the father's tears of happy memories flowed free. He placed a children's Bible beneath their Christmas tree. Yes, that was the night that Santa cried. Oh, yes. That was the night Santa cried.
And yes, friends, we just heard from Big Al Traynor. Now I would like to follow him with another all-time Canadian country music legend. That, of course, is the legendary Smiley Bates from Muskoka area and Bent River. With that, we are going to send this out to all our Smiley Bates fans out there. And he didn't do many Christmas songs. In fact, I only know of one that he ever did that was Christmas related, called Daddy's Drinking Up Our Christmas. With that, we'll send this out to all our friends up there in Western Ontario, especially those in Bent River. Welcome in, friends, and here's the legendary Smiley Bates. To mention that Big Al Traynor was the left-hand man of none other than Smiley Bates and played bass fiddle in his band for many years. So we'll also send this one out to our good friend Big Al Traynor out there in Oshawa. Welcome in, friends. Now here's the legendary, long overdue Country Music Hall of Fame, yet to be inductee, Smiley Bates.
A gentle snow came drifting down that falls on Skid Row too. And on the curb there sat a child, his little cheeks turned blue. He watched the neon cross the way, looked up and said to me, Daddy's drinking up our Christmas in that bar across the street. In that bar across the street, there's a woman Daddy knows. And every time it's payday night, that's right where Daddy goes. I left my mommy crying, she'll cry herself to sleep. Daddy's drinking up our Christmas in that bar across the street. I stood there on the corner, a sick man down inside. You see, I'd just been headed to that bar the child is crying. But here's one foolish father that honky-tonks won't be. It could have been my son who spoke those words upon the street. In that bar across the street, there's a woman Daddy knows. And every time it's payday night, that's right where Daddy goes. I left my mommy crying, she'll cry herself to sleep. Daddy's drinking up our Christmas in that bar across the street.
Now, friends, I have a very special recitation for y'all next, done by none other than our Canadian country gentleman, Tommy Hunter, who for years had the Tommy Hunter Show on CBC television. He, of course, will be remembered for this all-time classic that none other than Louis Marshall Jones, forever remembered as everybody's favorite grandpa, Grandpa Jones, recorded many years ago, and that was a song, or rather recitation, called The Christmas Guest. But with that mentioned, we're going to pay tribute to my late soulmate, Miss Velma LaPointe, and also my late dad, Papa Willoughby, who always enjoyed this recitation at this time of year. To me, this is one of the most heartfelt and deeply moving recitations to do with the Christmas season. Of course, it has been recorded by many, including our Canadian country gentleman, Tommy Hunter, who will be doing it next, called The Christmas Guest. We'll be back following this, send us into a third and final hour. Welcome in, friends.
It happened one day near December's end. Two neighbors called on an old-time friend. They found his shop, so meager and mean, made gay with 1,000 boughs of green. and Conrad was sitting with face ashine. He suddenly stopped as he stitched the twine, and he said, "Old friends, at dawn today, when the cock was crowing the night away, the Lord appeared in a dream to me, and he said, I'm coming your guest to be. So I've been busy with feet astir, strewn my shop with branches of fir. The table is spread and the kettle is shined, and over the rafters the holly is twined. And now I wait for my Lord to appear, and listen closely, so I will hear his step as he nears my humble place, and I open the door to look on his face." So his friends went home, and they left Conrad alone, for this was the happiest day he had known. For long since his family had passed away, and Conrad had spent many a sad Christmas day. But he knew with the Lord as his Christmas guest, this Christmas would be the dearest and best. So he listened with only joy in his heart, and with every sound he would rise with a start and look for the Lord to be at his door, like the vision he had a few hours before. So he ran to the window after hearing a sound, but all he could see on the snow-covered ground was a shabby beggar whose shoes were torn and all of his clothes were ragged and worn. But Conrad was touched as he went to the door, and he said, "Your feet must be frozen and sore. I have some shoes in my shop for you, and a coat that will keep you warmer too." So with grateful heart the man went away, but Conrad noticed the time of day, and he wondered what made the dear Lord so late, and how much longer he'd have to wait. When he heard a knock, he ran to the door, but it was only a stranger once more, a bent old lady with a shawl of black and a bundle of kindling piled on her back. She asked for only a place to rest, but that was reserved for Conrad's great guest. But her voice seemed to plead, "Don't send me away. Let me rest for a while on this Christmas day." So Conrad brewed her a steaming cup, and he told her to sit at the table and sup. But after she left, he was filled with dismay, for he saw that the hours were slipping away, and the Lord hadn't come as he said he would, and Conrad felt sure he had misunderstood. When out of the stillness he heard a cry, "Please help me and tell me, where am I?" So again he opened his friendly door and stood disappointed as twice before. It was only a child who had wandered away and was lost from her family on this Christmas day. Again Conrad's heart was heavy and sad, but he knew he could make the little girl glad. So he called her in, and he wiped her tears, and he quietened all of her childish fears, and he led her back to her home once more. But as he entered his own darkened door, he knew that the Lord was not coming today, for the hours of Christmas had passed away. So he went to his room and he knelt down to pray, and he said, "Lord, why did you delay? What kept you from coming to call on me? For I wanted so much your face to see." When soft in the silence a voice he heard, "Lift up your head, for I've kept my word. 3 times my shadow crossed your floor, and 3 times I came to your lowly door. For I was the beggar with bruised, cold feet. For I was the woman you gave something to eat. And I was the child on the homeless street. 3 times I knocked, 3 times I came in, and each time I found the warmth of a friend. You know, of all the gifts, love is the best. I was honored to be your Christmas guest.
Well, yes, friends, once again, we've reached the end of the second hour of the Way Back with Johnny's Christmas in Canada celebration. With that mentioned, I would like to pay tribute to one more song by none other than Stompin' Tom Connors this morning. And he, of course, will always be the king of Canadian country music. And he had a beautiful song called The Story of Jesus, which is very much in the gospel-inspired Christmas section. Then we'll follow with another all-time classic fiddle tune by none other than our good friend, Scott Woods, and a song called What Child Is This? With that, we'll play us into the third and final hour with these two classics, and yes, I'll talk to you on the other side of the third and final hour. Welcome in, friends, and happy listening.
In a land so far away, so long ago, lived a boy with his parents meek and low. By miraculous birth, he came to this earth, the Savior of this wicked world of woe. Now his mother was a pure and shining dove, and Joseph showed the boy his tender love. For an angel of light had appeared on that night, proclaiming him the Son of God above. Now the first of many wonders to behold was when Mary couldn't find her 12-year-old. In the temple he was found, teaching wise men all around, as they marveled at the wisdom that he told. Soon the people from both near and far away came to hear the precious words he had to say. And when thousands wanted food, he fed the multitude with 5 loaves and 7 fishes on that day. Now he brought the dead to life in Galilee, where the deaf could hear and all the blind could see. And when all the dumb could talk, he taught the lame to walk, saying, "Now pick up your cross and follow me." Now it wasn't long before the final test. Betrayed by one of 12 he loved the best, and for 30 pence, we're told, the Son of God was sold, and upon the cross they put this man to death. As he died, he told the world they should not grieve, and he later showed them why they should believe. For he died to save all sins and came back to life again, and we celebrate his birth each Christmas Eve. We celebrate his birth on Christmas Eve.
Who, me? I'm Johnny Woodlock.
I'm the official sentry of the island of misfit toys. My name is Charlie. Who, may I ask, are you?
Well, I'm your old host with the most, country western music, and this time of year, Christmas music. Right here on the Way Back Country Christmas, airing every Sunday morning from 8 to 11 over historic CFRC 119 FM. Stay tuned here, friends, for the best in country Christmas music.
That's okay.
Well, yes, friends, following those classic gospel favorites, we're once again back here on the third and final hour of this morning's program. I would like to welcome you all back into this weekend's program that is dedicated to all things Canadian country Christmas. We are still coming to you via the Woodlock Ranch and Studios, where this is recorded weekly, on the shores of the St. Lawrence Seaway. We can also be heard over our home on the local radio dial at CFRC 119 FM in Limestone City of Kingston, Ontario, Canada, as well as throughout the greater Toronto area and of course Durham County via www.oshawarocks.com. Also heard via YouTube channel at Way Back with Johnny Woodlock on YouTube. With that all shared, I would like to make mention that here at CFRC 119 FM we are in the middle of this year's annual funding drive, with the times changing like they are, broadcasting channels being more important than ever to get the message across. It is now time to help us help you by donating to this channel, the little channel that has stood by you since 1922. In a time, yes, when channels are disappearing, it's great to see a community united with our station CFRC. So to find out about donating, go to www.cfrc.ca. And remember, friends, every bit counts and helps. Now, I'd like to once again welcome y'all back to the third and final hour of today's program. As we share that, I would like to welcome y'all to the third and final hour with a double feature of music associated with the legendary Don Messer Islanders. We have been celebrating the music of Scott Woods today, fiddle legend himself, and with that mention, he started out as performing as a tribute artist to Don Messer many years ago. So I'd like to honor Don this morning with an all-time classic by two of his Islanders. That's right, friends, we'll remember the legendary Marg Osborne and her version of Go Tell It on the Mountain. Then we'll follow with that legendary singer croner himself, Charlie Chamberlain, and his all-time classic called Christmas in Killarney. With that, I'd like to say good morning and welcome in to the third and final hour of today's Christmas in Canada celebration. Welcome in, friends.
Go tell it on the mountains, over the hill and everywhere. Go tell it on the mount that Jesus Christ is born down in a lonely manger. The humble Christ was born, and God sent out salvation that blessed Christmas morn. Go tell it on the mountains, over the hill and everywhere. Go tell it on the mount that Jesus Christ is born. While shepherds kept their watch o'er silent flocks by night, behold, from out the heavens there shone a holy light. Go tell it on the mountains, over the hill and everywhere. Go tell it on the mount that Jesus Christ is born, that Jesus Christ is born.
Christmas in Killarney is wonderful to see. Listen to my story, and I'll take you back with me. The holly green, the ivy green, the prettiest picture you've ever seen is Christmas in Killarney with all of the folks at home. It's nice to know to kiss your beau while cuddling under the mistletoe. Santa Claus, you know, of course, is one of the boys from home. The door is always open, the neighbors pay a call, and Father John, before he's gone, will bless the house and all. How grand it feels to click your heels and join in the fun of the jigs and reels, and handing you no blarney, the lights you've never known. It's Christmas in Killarney with all of the folks at home. Honey, you parked in the corner of the dress, you all join hands in the way to the west. You're halfway round the promenade back, leading the lead and the gent behind. Right foot up and your little foot down, grab your honey and swing her round. Jump a crooked and come down straight, swing your road to the garden gate. The holly green, the ivy green, the prettiest picture you've ever seen is Christmas in Killarney with all of the folks at home. It's nice to know to kiss your beau while cuddling under the mistletoe. Santa Claus, you know, of course, is one of the boys from home. The door is always open, the neighbors pay a call, and Father John, before he's gone, will bless the house and all. How grand it feels to click your heels, join in the fun of the jigs and reels, and handing you no blarney, the lights you've never known. It's Christmas in Killarney with all of the folks at home. It's Christmas in Killarney with all of the folks at home.
Well, yes, friends, once again, it's that time to take us all the way down east to the good old Maritimes of Canada as we celebrate Christmas in Canada. With that mention, I would like to begin with sending out some good old East Coast favorites to all our East Coast listeners. First of all, it's going to be Ellis and Vince Coles and their old classic called Hey Old Santa. Then we'll follow with the King of the Newfies, as we always call him, Michael T. Wall, and his classic called Santa is Canadian, and hey, ain't that the truth? Then we'll follow with a truly iconic Christmas favorite by none other than Dick Nolan from the Rock of Newfoundland, and I often call him the pride of the East Coast. And that, of course, is Dick Nolan's all-time classic called Good Old Newfie Christmas. With that, I'd like to say good morning to everybody out there in the East. Welcome in, friends. And also, good morning to Peter and Myrna in Pugwash, Nova Scotia. Welcome in, friends, and happy listening.
An old tramp no one knew came to our town one Christmas day. With a long gray beard and tattered clothes, he stumbled on his way. There's few things in a kerchief hanging from a crooked stick. The kids all laughed and teasing, called him dirty old Saint Nick. Still he stumbled onward and never seemed to mind, as if he didn't hear the children jeering from behind. They were too busy laughing to see teardrops in his eyes, so they kept right on a teasing as the old tramp softly cried. Hey, old Santa, what you got in your sack? How come someone good as you got rags upon your back? Have you had a drink today to keep away the cold? Or maybe one too many, you can't find your way back home. As they crossed the street, the old tramp turned his collar to the cold. Didn't see the speeding car skid on the icy road, but at the final moment he threw his body prone and saved the children's lives at the same time he lost his own. The old tramp and his little sack lay broken on the street. Contents of the kerchief lying scattered at their feet. The children saw a picture of a woman and a boy, and the words that read, God took him home, December 65. Somehow the kids were certain it was his wife and son, and each one realized the awful thing that they had done. Through the frosty evening air as the wailing sirens scream, above it all they seemed to hear the angels softly sing. Hey, old Santa, they know what's in your sack. Now it's time to take those dirty rags from off your back. For when it comes to heartaches like few have ever known, you've had one too many now, it's time you came on home. You've had one too many now, it's time you came on home.
Each year on Christmas Eve, Santa Claus crosses hundreds of borders and never has to show a passport. We all know he is a Canadian. After all, ain't the North Pole in Canada? Santa is Canadian, and I want the world to know. The North Pole is in Canada, and that's a fact I know. So help me sing this Christmas song no matter where you go. For he's a jolly Canadian and lasts for the ho-ho-ho. Now if you visit Canada, the land of the maple leaf, I'm sure you'll see Santa Claus, that holly jolly chief. You'll see him in the shopping malls and on the TV screen. He's here and there spreading Christmas cheer, just checking out the sleigh. Now Santa is Canadian, you'll hear him laugh, ho ho. He lives up at the cold North Pole in the land of the ice and snow. He wears a bright red velvet suit and has a magic sack with 8 reindeer to pull his sleigh around the world and back. Santa Claus is Canadian, and I want the world to know. The North Pole is in Canada, and that's a fact I know. So help me sing this Christmas song no matter where you go. For he's a jolly Canadian and laughs with a ho-ho-ho. For he's a jolly Canadian and laughs with a ho-ho-ho. Merry Christmas, everybody, and a Happy New Year. Ho, ho, ho.
We'll have a good old Newfie Christmas, all right. And we won't go home until we're all half-tight. For there'll be moonshine and homebrew, Newfie Screech and Black Horse too. A good old Newfie Christmas, all right. Well, John will start with the lead guitar and Wolfie on the drums. Keith will join in with the bass and I'll just drum along. Donnie will play the squeeze box, the fiddle and mandolin. We'll drink and play till the break of day, and then we'll start again. We'll have a good old Newfie Christmas, all right. Well, we won't go home until we're all half-tight. There'll be moonshine and homebrew, Newfie Screech and Black Horse too. A good old Newfie Christmas, all right. All right, Donnie. Pot of soup, a up on the stove and a turkey on the table. We'll drink and eat and dance and sing until we are unable. When everyone has had his fill, we'll walk out through the door. And when the next day rolls around, we'll swear we'll drink no more. We'll have a good old Newfie Christmas, all right. Well, we won't be home until we're all half-tight. There'll be moonshine and homebrew, Newfie Screech and Black Horse too. A good old Newfie Christmas, all right. We'll have a good old Newfie Christmas, all right. And we won't go home until we're all half-tight. There'll be moonshine and homebrew, Newfie Screech and Black Horse too. A good old Newfie Christmas, all right. Yes, a good old Newfie Christmas, all right.
There'll be moonshine and homebrew, New Star beer and rabbit stew. We'll have a good old Newfie Christmas, all right.
Hello, this is Michael T. Wall, the singing Newfoundlander, and I would like to wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from Johnny Woodlock and myself right here on Way Back Country Christmas.
A good old Newfie Christmas, all right.
And yes, friends, we're coming down on our last selection of great Canadian country legends today as we begin the second half of this East Coast collection of legends of the East Coast of Canada. I'd like to pay tribute to some East Coast legends, of course. And with that mentioned, we're going to pay tribute, first of all, to a very sentimental and meaningful song coming out of Nova Scotia. That, of course, is by Don Haggard and his all-time classic called Pictou County Christmas. Then we'll follow with a song that I first learned about many years ago, and I have always played at this time of year, by Hal Willis, who was always known for his #1 hit classic called The Lumberjack. And that, of course, is a song called Kris Kringo's Crick. And then we'll follow with another all-time favorite from the Rock of Newfoundland, and that, of course, is none other than the First Lady of Newfoundland music, Joan Morrissey, going out to all her children out there today, especially Tom, who did our show this year. And for her family, it's going to be an all-time classic by Miss Joan called Jingle Bell Rock. With that, I would like to welcome you all in and say we'll be back following this for the second half of this great interview with none other than our good friend Scott Woods. Welcome in, friends.
I love a good old-fashioned country Christmas, the kind in Nova Scotia we once knew. A cold Canadian blowing snow-filled Christmas, those snowflakes make me drift back to my youth. Mama baking pies in the kitchen, sights and sounds of Christmas fill the air. The tree so boldly stood on a crossstead made of wood, colored lights, cards, and gifts were everywhere. Mama read from our big family Bible, the greatest story of love ever told. How the first Christmas on earth was God's gift of his son's birth. Even I could understand it 4 years old. I love a Pictou County kind of Christmas, with all the things that make a house a home. And if I could have a wish come true this Christmas, it would be to share the kind my family's known. I think somehow we miss the joy of giving. Sometimes the meaning of it all seems lost, where the kind of gift we gave was a sacrifice to save, and its value was not measured by the cost. Up the mountain road when I was only little, at the coldest and the warmest time of year, with the rhythm of the sewing machine treadle, Mama turned Easter bunnies into teddy bears. The organ stood proud in the parlor. At the last tune in our prayers in bed we'd lie, gazing at the frosty nails sticking through a shingle roof. Their glow turned to a Bethlehem sky. I love a good old-fashioned country Christmas, the kind in Nova Scotia we once knew. A cold Canadian blowing snow-filled Christmas. Those snowflakes make me drift back to my youth. Mama baking pies in the kitchen. Sights and sounds of Christmas fill the air. Trees so boldly stood on a crossstead made of wood. Colored lights, cards, and gifts were everywhere. Mama read from our big family Bible, the greatest story of love ever told. How the first Christmas on earth was God's gift of His Son's birth. Even I could understand at 4 years old. I love a Pictou County kind of Christmas, with all the things.
It's well known that Santa Claus sure gets around, but in the twilight of his years he's slowing down. Still he shows up every Christmas with a heart as big as Texas, and for sure he's more than welcome in our town. You still can see that merry twinkle in his eye as all his famous reindeer fly him through the sky. He should always be protected, most of all should be respected. If you don't believe me, I will tell you why. Kris Kringle's got a crick in his back. Ever since he heard his sacroiliac, he's been in pain and really aching, but he knows the chance he's taken, going up and down those chimneys with his sack. Mother Nature's got a way to take its toll, and that includes old Santa Claus, so I've been told. Still he's merry, warm and jolly, standing there amongst the holly, when he should be home in bed, God bless his soul. But still he shows up in his splendid coat of red, with all the things we want for Christmas on his sled. And with a belly full of ho, 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 he still can put on quite a show. But we should repeat again just what's been said. Kris Kringle's got a crick in his back. Ever since he heard his sacroiliac, he fell down the burning chimney. It was hot, but oh my chimney, it was faster going down than coming back. Santa won't give in when things are looking black. That's why he's now receiving treatments for his back. He forgot the force of gravity going through the chimney cavity, and he got himself caught in the cul-de-sac. He'll have to diet while his clones pick up the slack, and faithfully consult his Christmas almanac. 'Cause when he's lost the right amount of weight, he'll gladly carry all the freight. Now he's down to carrying just a half a pack. Kris Kringle's got a crick in his back. Ever since he heard his sacroiliac, he fell down the burning chimney. It was hot, but oh my chimney, it was faster going down than coming back. Kris Kringle's got a crick in his back. Ever since he heard his sacroiliac, he fell down the burning chimney. It was hot, but oh my chimney, it was faster going down than coming back. Kris Kringle's got
Jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells swing and jingle bells ring. Snowing and blowing up bushels of fun. Now the jingle hopper has begun. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells chime in jingle bell time. Dancing and prancing in Jingle Bell Square. In the frosty air. What a bright time, it's the right time to rock the night away. Jingle bell time is a swell time to go gliding in a one-horse sleigh. Giddy up, jingle horse, pick up your feet. Jingle around the clock. Mix and mingle in a jingling beat. That's the Jingle Bell Rock. What a bright time, it's the right time to rock the night away. Jingle bell time is a swell time to go gliding in a one-horse sleigh. Giddy up, jingle horse, pick up your feet. Jingle around the clock. Mix and mingle in a jingling beat. That's the jingle bell, that's the jingle bell, that's the Jingle Bell Rock.
Merry Christmas! Sentimental hogwash. I want to listen to Johnny Woodlock. Well, you're in luck, Mr. Potter, because Johnny Woodlock is presenting his Way Back Country Christmas show. It's a Wonderful Life.
Well, yes, friends, once again, it's that time in the program to welcome a very special guest of honor onto our Way Back Christmas in Canada celebration. With that mentioned, I have the second half of this great interview with my good friend, Scott Woods, coming on for y'all next. He is a national renowned and beloved champion of fiddle music, who is keeping alive the music of such classics as Don Messer, among others. Today, he is a very well-beloved legend in fiddle music and champion as well. So with that mentioned, we're going to pay tribute to Scott with his second half of this interview. We'll follow that with hearing a newly released version of the Canadian Christmas favorite called Huron Carol. So with that, let's turn up the volume as we pay tribute to this interview with our good friend Scott Woods, who is also celebrating his Christmas tour called the Christmas Hoedown. With that, here's Scott. So you have a new Christmas album released coming up, I understand.
That's right, Christmas Hoedown, in correspondence to the Christmas Hoedown tour that we're on.
Okay.
And a lot of the music from the show and a lot of the music on the CD is back and forth. So we've got, I think, 11 cuts from the CD out of 16 that we're actually doing on the show. And we've got, of course, Steve Petico on guitar is amazing.
Yes, he
and
is.
Leo Stock, he plays drums on our show and plays fiddle and sings and step dances. He's on the CD as well, singing, and he's also actually step dancing on one of the cuts.
Oh, nice.
And my sister Kendra, not only playing the piano and playing twin fiddles, she sings. She's doing her Minnie Pearl kind of shtick that she does. And normally we don't have our Minnie Pearl routine on our Christmas show.
Of course, yeah.
But every time we do that, people come up and say, "Hey, how come we didn't see Minnie Pearl telling some jokes tonight?"
I see.
So Kendra's doing a little Minnie Pearl routine on the CD and the same routine on the show, and she sings.
Mhm.
And we also have Gary and Nadine Bowles with us on the tour. They are a husband and wife team, and they're on a couple of our Christmas albums in the past. past, but they both toured with us individually and together. Now, he sings and plays the bass, and she sings and plays acoustic guitar.
Nice.
And they love country music and they love bluegrass music. So her vocal style, she's classically trained many years ago, but it's kind of a folky, almost a Karen Carpenter, Anne Murray type of warm,
like an angelic.
Very warm and rich sounding voice. Her intonation is spot on.
Amazing.
And her phrasing and her emotion in what she sings is absolutely second to none. She is just incredible. And they've long since retired from touring and playing music. And she was a nurse. He had his own heating and ventilating business, specializing in ground source heat pumps and refrigeration. So, they should be just sitting in Florida, relaxing for the whole time. And here they are out on the road with us. They love to play. They ran their own band for many years too. And so it's a great opportunity for them to get out and tour again. And so we're really excited about that. And she's on the CD too. She just sings. Like when you get a song like Oh Holy Night or Silent Night, those kind of songs, most of the songs that she sings are more serious in nature. And so she sings those kinds of songs. She does that Steve Earle song called Nothing But a Child, which isn't a really well-known Christmas song, but it's got a really great meaning. And I just love the way that tune came out on the album. It's just, we have so many emotional ups and downs on the CD and also on the show.
And on the show,
It takes the folks from laughing hysterically to tearing up with an emotional, inspirational story or song. And it's really, I think, what makes the whole thing work. It's kind of our cookie cutter recipe, if you will, for shows and CDs.
Yes,
we've been doing this a long time, and we figure out what the folks respond to.
Yes, well, it's like I class my show as a variety show, and that's also what your show is like too. Yeah, like the old Ed Sullivan show, for instance. You have you have the Santa Claus, but you also have the Jesus and the true meaning. You mix it all together.
Exactly.
For sure. So, how do you find the attendance? Is it still as popular as ever, or since the pandemic?
Well, we're still struggling to bring our crowds back. COVID had such a negative impact on the live entertainment world. Things like the karaoke at the Legion on Friday night and the solo singer, guitar player guy who's in a restaurant somewhere, those things come back pretty quick. But to get out to legitimate theater or like what we're doing in a soft seat theater type of venues, especially because we cater to a crowd that's more seniors based, they are the ones who followed all the rules when everything shut down. And the news didn't matter what channel you listen to, they stay at home, don't go anywhere, don't talk to anybody. They really followed that. And unfortunately, nobody came back on the news and said, okay folks, it's fine now, come on out out every night.
This is it, Scott, for
and
sure.
So they became complacent, and it's not just us. Like everybody I talk to is struggling to get, especially the older crowd, out to these events. And so our crowds are coming back slowly. And and what's interesting is I always ask, when I think of it at the beginning of the show, how many people are at the very first Scott Wood show? The numbers of new people is significantly higher. We're getting like half the crowd as new people.
I see.
Which tells me our advertising is working. We have a great marketing manager who does all of the radio and newspaper advertising, and we do TV advertising in some markets. Of course, we have social media as well, but he does a great job. So I know he's effective at getting the word out, and people are responding to what we present to them and say, oh, I want to come and see this. But the older crowd that have followed us for many years, and they're very, very loyal for the most part, but it's unfortunate that just not all of them are coming out, and maybe some of them can't.
And I was going to mention, is it because a lot of them have now passed on as well? I find a lot of my listeners from 10 years ago have now dwindled back, but there's, like you say, there's new listeners, but there's a number of them that have passed away too.
Absolutely, and that's just the nature of the beast, and catering to that market, and the folks get to the point that they can't tune into the radio, or they can't, go out at night to the shows, or one or the other of them has moved into a home, or don't drive at night. So we hear all of these. We send a newsletter out across the country to our fans, and we get some returns that say, please take my mom off your list. She loved your shows, but she's passed. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so it's unfortunate, but it's just the way of the world.
It's just the way of the world and the circle of life. Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly. And we're trying to recruit as many of the new ones as we can. And ironically, the new ones. So this is some of the best compliments that I've ever gotten. Is people will come to the show and say, I don't like fiddle music. I didn't want to come. I came because my mother made me come to drive her, or something like that, right?
Yes.
And then they say, but we loved it. It was awesome. This music is incredible. We didn't realize it could be so good. And we combine some of the technology on our stage to entice and keep the interest of some of those folks that might get bored otherwise. So we have GoPro cameras on the stage. So you can see Steve Petico's amazing fingers moving on his guitar at lightning speed right up there on the big screen.
Amazing.
And we can see Leo's step dance shoes dancing right up close when he's on the front board. If you're sitting in the back, you can still see his feet up on the screen. And we've got lots of visual images that correspond to different tunes throughout the show. We've just got lots of costumes and colorful things through the show that keep the interest besides just playing the music.
Exactly. And I was going to tell you, Scott, my stepfather is more of a rock and like the hip hop and that. Like, I took him to your show and he loved it. So, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
and that's the best compliment we can ever get, is if you can win over somebody that says they don't like fiddle music and they don't like country music, twangy and it's too scratchy, and and then you play it for them and they say, oh, yeah, this is actually pretty cool.
That's right.
That's a real benefit.
That's why we do it. Exactly. Yeah. So, and I have a couple more questions, but how will you guys be spending Christmas this year besides the tour?
Well, when we get home on the 21st of December, late at night, about 11 o'clock at night, it's a short drive because I can actually see the church we're playing in, St. Andrew's Presbyterian Church in Fergus, right up on the hill. I can see it from my front porch.
Oh, nice.
So we only have a couple of blocks to drive home, but I can tell you right now that I will be totally exhausted. Probably won't put a Christmas tree up. We'll go to my sister's house likely for Christmas Day. Mom and my brother and my sister, and my oldest sister lives in Renfrew, so we probably won't see her or her kids. It will be a very relaxing downtime with family for Christmas Day. We'll likely get some fiddles out and play some tunes after we have some turkey. But then I hope to be gone, heading south for the winter for 3.5 months or so.
Oh, nice.
Shortly after Christmas. So probably before New Year's, I'll likely be somewhere warm.
Okay, yes. And so I guess the last question is, what song from your Christmas albums can I play for you?
Well, any of them. I'm so excited about how our new Christmas Hoedown album turned out. And like I mentioned, there's a real variety. Kendra does a really fun job on Christmas in Killarney, and we kind of take our cue from Don Messer on that one. Okay. Charlie Chamberlain used to sing Christmas in Killarney.
Yes, he did.
And instead of going to an instrumental break or a turnaround in between verses, Don Messer would break into a jig.
Oh.
And I thought, well, isn't that smart? Because some of these Christmas tunes we can do in the time of jig time, or like a reel or breakdown, and play a fiddle tune in the middle. And that way we give the folks who are diehard fiddle fans a little taste of the fiddle music, but still keeping it Christmas related. Kendra does that. She sings Christmas in Killarney, and then I break into the Graham Townsend tune, Rocking Chair Jig, and it works really well. Another one that is always fun is Leo does a great job singing is the Hawaiian Christmas song, Mele Kaliki Maka.
Oh, yes, yes.
When we do it live, of course, on the CD, it's just the music, but when we do it live, Kendra has a get-up that she comes out in, which is absolutely hilarious. The folks just love it. And poor Leo was playing the drums and trying to sing a song. Kendra comes over and takes over the whole thing when she comes out with her little dance routine that she does. But we're just really excited by all of this. Feliz Navidad is another one that I absolutely love. And, Huron Carol.
Okay, yes. I was going to mention you have that on your tracks. Yes.
It's on the new CD, and Huron Carol is basically solo violin with piano and guitar. It is very raw and emotional. We don't use a click track or anything. It's recorded live off the floor, Kendra and I, and then Steve put the guitar down, and it is just a very rubato
and very haunting, I'd imagine.
Exactly. Yeah. It's a tune that once you hear it, it's kind of stuck in your head. Like I say, a real variety of fun stuff, but also
more serious ones too. I
Yes,
see.
yeah.
Well, with Lord willing and the weather cooperates, I'll see you in December in Kempville.
Yes.
Well, with that, Scott, have a Merry Christmas, and we'll be in touch.
Thank you so much, Johnny. Merry Christmas to all your listeners. It's such an honor that you do such a great job keeping the traditional music alive with your radio program, and your listeners are so loyal, and for good reason, because you do a great job, and we have to keep this traditional country and old-time music alive. Have those new, younger listeners joining us. It's wonderful. So thank you for doing such a great job. Keep up the great work.
Well, God bless you, Scott, and we'll be in touch.
And you too. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Toys means a sack full of joys for millions of girls and for millions of boys. When Christmas Day is here, the most wonderful day of the year.
Hello, this is Corinne Conley, the voice of Rudolph's mom in 1964. You're listening to Johnny Woodlock on the Way Back Country Christmas. And I want to wish all my Canadian friends very Merry Christmas. And I just love everybody out there and all my friends here on the island of Misfit Toys in Rudolph's Land. They're hoping to drop by during the Christmas holiday. And of course, they all have sleighs and things. They're used to that winter weather, and they can handle it. Love to you all.
Is here the most wonderful, 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 wonderful day of the year.
And yes, friends, I do hope y'all enjoyed that final part of the two-part interview with our good friend Scott Woods of the Scott Woods Band. And with that mentioned, we are once again back here on the way back with Johnny's Christmas in Canada first celebration to our Christmas broadcast for 2025. With that mentioned, I would like to play a very much beloved recording by none other than KORN news announcer Charlie Farquharson. Well, with that mentioned, we're going to pay tribute to his all-time classic called His Birthday, which is a little take on the Charlie Farquharson Christmas album, and in this story it tells about the birth of Christ. With that, we'll celebrate both Don Heron and Charlie Farquharson, but also our beloved Savior with this all-time classic reading of His Birthday, as done by Charlie Farquharson.
Wait a minute. We forgot the most important person of all. The only reason Christmas happened in the first place is because it was somebody very special's birthday. It's his birthday. And we get all the presents. But then, that's the kind of person he was. I think the only time he ever got any presents was that time when he was born in the first place. That'll be back pretty near 2,000 years ago in a place called the Holy Land. And the reason it was called that is on account of him, whose birthday party we have every Christmas. And he'll be there this year too, don't you worry, even though you might not see him. For if anybody's the real spirit of Christmas, he is. Mind you, when he was born, nobody called it Christmas. Everybody called it income tax time. And folks out that way had to pay it to your roaming umpires. And them fellows didn't bother collecting taxes. You had to go back to your hometown and pay them special delivery. This happened to a nice young couple who lived, way back at the beginning of your New Testament. And his hometown was 70 miles from where they were now living. You're probably thinking 70 miles, that's maybe an hour on the freeway if the cop don't catch you. But in them days, on them roads, even with a mule, it'll take a able-bodied man best part of a week. And that's not counting that he's got his wife along, and she's expecting a baby. Now, the place they was heading for was a kind of a one-mule town. Not too much going on in the off-season, which at that time took place 12 months of the year. But now that it was Old Home Week, step right up and pay your tax. Why, the standing room only sign was up at the local High Holiday Inn. Every room was so full it was what they call pre-emptied. So when this young couple tried to register up, they was told the only thing left was a single with a stall. Now, you might not have thought that was very accommodating, but us farm people know there's a lot worse places than a barn for to bed down at night. For one thing, all that hay and straw keeps things warm. And them heavy draft animals gives off quite a bit of heat too, sort of your bulwarks against the cold. And they needed the warmth, let me tell you. You might think it's a tropical country out there in your Middle East, but they get the frost on their pumpkins just like you and me. You take them sheep herds working the night shift out in your suburbs. I don't blame them to find any excuse to pull up sheep and spend the night in town. So you can bet that when they seen the sky full of lit-up angels, they just naturally hightailed it out of there, especially when they heard them singing the Honolulu chorus. And sure enough, they found in a little outbuilding what the Archie Angel told them to expect. The one little person who was born to save us all, lying in a feed box, wrapped up in squabbling clothes. And other people come to see him, too. 3 star-struck fellows from your further east, who'd walked many a mile with their camel. And they brung some far-out presents. Gold, and myrrh, and incense, and francs. May not have been too kosher, but they just worshipped that little baby. They'd already told the local king, Herod, that this little baby was going to grow up to be king of us all. Herod figured he'd lose his job, so he wanted to come along and worship too, only he was out for blood. But the 3 guys were wise to him and told the baby's parents to take refuge in Egypt. So when your horrid King Herod tried to get at the little baby, he was on the other side of your Suez Canal, and that sure ruined Herod's extra try. And you know, that little baby growed up to be the most important person in the whole world, even today, because he was, and still is, God's Christmas present to every one of us.
And yes, friends, it's once again that time in the program to pay tribute to our way back song of the week. With that mentioned, I would like to dedicate it in loving memory of my late grandmother who passed away on December the 2nd, 2010. That's 15 years ago this coming Tuesday. So in honor of her, it'll be dedicated to my late Granny Marg, Mama Dawn's mom, but also in loving memory of my late soulmate and partner in life, Miss Velma LaPointe, who also passed away in 2022 on December 4th. With that mentioned, this one is called Christmas Roses and is a very sentimental song by none other than the legendary and late great hero Norman Post. Welcome in, friends. We'll be back following this to send us all home.
Christmas roses to you I'm sending. May they bring Christmas joy though we're apart. Christmas roses will say I love you as their tender message echoes from my heart. Though I can't be with you on this Christmas day, remember that I'll always love you though I'm far away. Christmas roses to you I'm sending. May they bring Christmas joy though we're apart. Though I can't be with you on this Christmas day, remember that I'll always love you though I'm far away. Christmas roses to you I'm sending. May they bring Christmas joy though we're apart. May they bring Christmas joy though we're apart.
And yes, friends, once again, it's that time to say so long from the Way Back with Johnny Woodlock show and also the Way Back Country Christmas in Canada program. Our first of the 2025 Christmas programs here on this great channel. With that mentioned, I would like to thank each and every one of you for tuning into the program today, and also thank my good friend Scott Woods for inviting us out on December 7th to his Christmas concert in Kentville, Ontario. I hope to see a lot of y'all out there, and as he tours across Canada, I hope y'all come out and see a true fiddle legend and champion, Scott Woods. Now, as we play us home today, I would like to pay tribute to a sacred song that some may say is the most sacred song of Christmas music. That, of course, is the legendary Silent Night, and will be performed today by none other than our First Lady of Canadian country music, Miss Carol Baker. So with that, we'll follow that all-time classic with another non-Canadian song, but has a true message at this time of year to each and every one of us Christians who call ourselves Christians but are also celebrating the Christmas season. That is a song called Still Believing in Christmas. So with that, may God bless each and every one of you till we meet again next Sunday, this same time, 8 to 11 over CFRC 1019 FM and also www.oshawarocks.com. Till next weekend, may God bless and keep y'all, and happy listening, friends. Keep it country and keep the spirit of Christmas alive at this time of year and always. So long for now, friends. Catch y'all next weekend.
Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin mother and child, holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace. Silent night, holy night, shepherds quake at the sight, glory streams from heaven afar, heavenly hosts sing hallelujah. Christ the Savior is born. Christ the Savior is born. Silent night, holy night, Son of God, love's pure light, radiant beams from thy holy face, with the dawn of redeeming grace. Jesus, Lord, at thy birth, Jesus, Lord, at thy birth, sleep in heavenly peace.
Well, it's my favorite time of year again. Of course, I'm talking about Christmas. Oh, I've got so many great memories of Christmases in my life. Everybody gathering at our house. Grandparents, aunts, uncles, and cousins. Going with my daddy to pick out a Christmas tree for the whole family to decorate. I once even played the part of a shepherd in a Christmas play at church. Oh, and I still remember how hard it was to go to sleep on Christmas Eve, knowing that Santa was on his way. But you know, things have changed a lot down through the years, and somewhere along the way, I think maybe the world just got in too big of a hurry. I first began to notice it when people started writing Xmas instead of Christmas. And now some people want to call Christmas the winter break or the winter holiday. And that's sad to me, because it seems like folks are even afraid to say the word Christmas anymore. Well, the first word in Christmas is Christ. And it's his birthday that those of us who call ourselves Christians celebrate every December 25th. I wouldn't dare try to tell anyone else that they couldn't celebrate the holiday of their faith any way they might see fit. The last time I checked, this was still the land of the free. And that means that I'm free to celebrate Christmas for what it means to me. So I'm going to go out this year and I'm going to buy Christmas presents. And I'm going to send my friends Christmas cards and sing Christmas carols and eat Christmas cookies and tell the Christmas story to my kids and my grandkids and anybody else that might care to listen. Okay, call me politically incorrect if you want to. I've been called a lot worse things in my life. I've seen a lot of Christmases come and go down through the years, and I'm looking forward to this one, and the next one, and the next one. So allow me to say to you and yours, Merry Christmas, because even after all this time, in fact, maybe now even more than ever, I am still believing in Christmas.
Another show is over, another day gone by, with good friends all around me, how the time do fly.
Howdy, friends and listeners. This here is your old host with most, Johnny Woodlock, reporting for Way Back with Johnny over this great channel. The previous show does not represent anything associated with the channel heard on. It is the sole associate of Woodlock Ranch Studios, Cornwall, Ontario. With that, have a great day, and we'll catch y'all next week. So long, friends.
It's hard to find the words I want to say, but friends, I'll try. God bless you all and keep you till we meet again. Goodbye.